Ladies and gentlemen, today we embark on a journey to uncover the secret of reaching our goals in 2025. The year ahead is a blank canvas waiting for us to fill it with accomplishments, growth, and success. But as we all know, setting goals is the easy part. Achieving them is where the challenge lies. So how can we make 2025 the year we truly crush our goals? Let's break it down into 5 actionable steps: clarity, strategy, mindset, execution, and reflection. To effectively reach your goals in 2025, the first and most important step is to clearly define what you want to achieve. Having a vague or ambiguous goal often leads to confusion and a lack of direction, making it harder to stay motivated or measure progress. Instead of saying, "I want to be successful," take the time to be specific about what success looks like for you. For instance, if your goal is career-oriented, you might define it as earning a promotion to a managerial role, completing a professional certification, or starting a new business. The more detailed and precise your goal, the easier it becomes to identify the actions needed to achieve it. A great way to ensure clarity is to use the SMART framework. This means your goal should be specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. A specific goal leaves no room for ambiguity. For example, instead of saying, "I want to get healthier," specify what that means. Perhaps you want to weigh your cholesterol levels, lose 20 pounds, or run a marathon. Making your goal measurable is equally important because it allows you to track progress and determine when you've reached your objective. For instance, you can measure weight loss in pounds or track how many miles you can run within a specific time frame. Your goal also needs to be realistic and achievable. Setting unattainable goals can lead to frustration and demotivation. While it's good to aim high, be honest with yourself about your current circumstances and resources. For instance, if you aim to save $50,000 in a year but currently earn $40,000 annually, the goal might require adjustments unless you have a significant secondary income source. Similarly, ensure the goal is relevant to your personal values and overall aspirations. A relevant goal aligns with your bigger picture, making it easier to stay committed. If you're pursuing a goal solely to please others or because you feel obligated, it may not provide the intrinsic motivation needed for success. Lastly, setting a time-bound goal means giving yourself a clear deadline. This adds a sense of urgency and helps you prioritize the goal in your daily life. Instead of saying, "I'll achieve this someday," set a specific date, such as, "I want to complete this project by June 30th, 2025. Deadlines keep you focused and ensure that your efforts remain consistent rather than sporadic. By carefully defining your goals in a clear, structured, and meaningful way, you set the foundation for success. When you know exactly what you want and why it matters, you create a roadmap that guides every decision and action toward the desired outcome. Breaking your goals into actionable steps is one of the most effective ways to turn big dreams into achievable realities. When faced with a large goal, it's easy to feel overwhelmed or unsure where to start. By dividing the goal into smaller, manageable pieces, you create a clear and structured path forward, making the process less daunting and more attainable. This approach not only simplifies the journey, but also provides you with a sense of progress as you complete each step. Start by identifying the major components of your goal. For example, if your goal is to write a book in 2025, the first step might be brainstorming ideas, followed by outlining the chapters, writing the first draft, editing, and eventually seeking publication. Breaking it down in this way helps you focus on one stage at a time, rather than being overwhelmed by the magnitude of the entire project. Each of these components can then be further divided into smaller tasks. For instance, within the writing the first draft stage, you might set a target of writing 500 words per day or completing a chapter every week. Once you've outlined the steps, it's essential to organize them in a logical sequence. Some tasks will depend on others being completed first, so prioritization is key. Using the book writing example, you wouldn't start editing before finishing the first draft. By arranging tasks in the right order, you create a workflow that builds momentum and prevents unnecessary delays or backtracking. This step-by-step approach ensures that you stay on track and maintain clarity throughout the process. Setting deadlines for each step is another critical element. Without deadlines, tasks can easily get postponed or forgotten. Assigning specific dates to each milestone helps you stay accountable and creates a sense of urgency. For example, you might set a goal to finish brainstorming and outlining by the end of January, complete the first draft by June, and have the book edited by September. Breaking down timelines in this way keeps the momentum going and ensures steady progress throughout the year. It's also helpful to incorporate tools or systems to track your progress. Use planners, digital calendars, or project management apps to keep your tasks organized and visible. Regularly reviewing your progress allows you to identify what's working and adjust as necessary. If you find yourself falling behind, you can reassess your steps, break them down further, or adjust your timeline to make them more realistic. Lastly, celebrating small wins along the way is crucial. Completing a step, no matter how small, is an achievement worth recognizing. It boosts your motivation and reinforces your belief in your ability to achieve the larger goal. For instance, if you've written your first chapter, take a moment to acknowledge the effort and dedication it took to get there. By breaking your goals into actionable steps, you not only simplify the journey but also create a sustainable system for success. Each small step completed builds confidence, reduces overwhelm, and brings you closer to achieving your ultimate objective. This method transforms your vision into a practical, attainable reality. Developing a consistent routine is a powerful way to ensure steady progress toward your goals. Consistency, more than motivation, is often the key to success. Motivation can come and go, but a well-established routine provides structure, discipline, and a dependable framework that keeps you moving forward even on days when your enthusiasm might waver. The first step to building a routine is identifying the habits and actions that directly support your goal. These should be specific, repeatable activities that, when done regularly, contribute to your overall progress. For instance, if your goal is to improve your fitness, your routine might include going to the gym 3 times a week, preparing healthy meals in advance, and setting aside time for recovery and stretching. Similarly, if you aim to advance in your career, your routine might involve dedicating an hour each evening to learning a new skill, networking weekly, or setting daily priorities for focused work. Once you've identified these key actions, the next step is to integrate them into your daily or weekly schedule. The goal is to make these activities an automatic part of your life, reducing the need for constant decision-making. Start by allocating specific times for each task and sticking to those times as much as possible. For example, if you plan to exercise in the morning, set a fixed time, say 7 a.m., and treat it like an unmissable appointment. Over time, this repetition will create a habit, making the action feel natural and effortless. To make your routine sustainable, it's important to start small. Trying to overhaul your entire schedule overnight can lead to burnout and frustration. Instead, focus on implementing 1 or 2 changes at a time. For example, if your goal is to write a book, start by committing to writing for just 15 minutes a day. As this becomes a habit, you can gradually increase the time or intensity. The key is to build momentum without overwhelming yourself. Accountability can also play a significant role in maintaining your routine. Share your goals and plans with a trusted friend, mentor, or community and update them on your progress. Knowing that someone else is aware of your commitments can provide an extra layer of motivation to stay consistent. You might also consider using tools like habit trackers or apps to visually monitor your progress. Seeing streaks of consecutive days where you've completed your routine can be incredibly motivating. Another important aspect is to plan for obstacles. Life is unpredictable, and there will inevitably be days when sticking to your routine feels challenging. Instead of allowing one missed day to derail your progress, approach setbacks with flexibility and a problem-solving mindset. If you miss a scheduled workout or study session, reschedule it for later in the week. The key is to prioritize getting back on track rather than striving for perfection. Finally, regularly evaluate and refine your routine to ensure it remains aligned with your goals and circumstances. As you grow and your needs change, your routine may need to be adjusted. For instance, as you build strength in your fitness journey, your workouts might become longer or more intense. Periodically reassessing your routine ensures that it continues to challenge and support you. By committing to a consistent routine, you create a strong foundation for long-term success. It eliminates reliance on fleeting motivation and ensures that you're making steady progress toward your goals. Over time, these small, consistent actions compound, leading to significant and meaningful results. Staying flexible and adaptable is crucial to achieving your goals because life is rarely predictable and unexpected challenges are bound to arise. While having a clear plan and routine is essential, rigidly adhering to it without room for adjustments can lead to frustration and burnout. Flexibility allows you to navigate obstacles, seize new opportunities, and stay on track even when circumstances change. This mindset recognizes that success isn't about perfection, but about persistence and adaptability. The first step to staying adaptable is accepting that change is a natural part of any journey. Even the most well-thought-out plans can encounter setbacks, whether due to unforeseen personal issues, shifts in external circumstance, or simply discovering that your original strategy isn't as effective as anticipated. Acknowledging that these challenges are normal and inevitable helps you approach them with a problem-solving attitude rather than feeling defeated. Instead of viewing obstacles as failures, see them as opportunities to learn, grow, and refine your approach. When faced with a challenge, take a moment to reassess your situation and goals. Ask yourself what adjustments need to be made to keep moving forward. For example, if you've set a goal to run 3 times a week, but injure yourself, rather than abandoning your fitness goal, explore alternative exercises like swimming or yoga that allow you to stay active while recovering. Flexibility means being open to alternatives without losing sight of the bigger picture. Another key aspect of adaptability is being willing to experiment with different strategies. What works for someone else might not work for you, and what worked for you in the past might not be effective in your current circumstances. For example, if your original plan to study for an exam involves long, uninterrupted sessions, but you find it hard to focus, consider breaking your study time into shorter, more frequent sessions. By trying different approaches, you can find what aligns best with your needs and increases your chances of success. Flexibility also involves being open to feedback and self-reflection. Regularly evaluate your progress and consider whether your methods are yielding the desired results. If you're not seeing progress, it might be time to tweak your approach. For instance, if your goal is to grow a small business, but your current marketing strategies aren't bringing in customers, analyze what might be going wrong and experiment with new tactics like social media ads, partnerships, or community events. Staying adaptable means not being afraid to pivot when necessary. Time management plays a critical role in flexibility. Building some buffer time into your schedule can help you handle unexpected delays without feeling overwhelmed. For instance, if you set a goal to complete a project by the end of the month, aim to finish a week early to allow for any unforeseen issues. This approach provides you with the space to adapt while maintaining progress toward your goal. Lastly, maintaining a positive mindset is essential for flexibility. It's easy to become discouraged when plans don't unfold as expected, but a resilient attitude helps you stay focused on what you can control. Remind yourself that setbacks are temporary and that adjusting your plan doesn't mean you're failing. It means you're resourceful and committed to finding a way forward. By staying flexible and adaptable, you equip yourself to handle the inevitable twists and turns of the journey toward your goals. This mindset not only keeps you moving forward, but also builds resilience and confidence, ensuring that no matter what challenges come your way, you're prepared to overcome them and succeed. Tracking and celebrating progress are often overlooked yet essential aspects of achieving your goals. As you work toward a goal, it's easy to get caught up in the future outcome and forget to acknowledge how far you've come. However, regularly tracking your progress not only keeps you motivated, but also provides a clear picture of what's working and what needs adjustment. Celebrating small wins along the way is equally important, as it reinforces positive behavior, boosts your confidence, and propels you forward toward bigger successes. To track progress effectively, begin by identifying key indicators of success. These are measurable milestones that show you're moving closer to your goal. For instance, if your goal is to lose weight, tracking the number of pounds lost, your fitness level, or changes in your energy and mood can serve as valuable indicators. If you're working on a project, tracking the completion of various phases or tasks will help you gauge your productivity. The more specific and measurable your indicators, the easier it will be to see your progress. For example, you might aim to read a certain number of pages each week or write a specific number of words each day. By breaking your goal into smaller, quantifiable steps, you create clear markers of progress. Using tools to track progress is another way to stay motivated. Digital apps, spreadsheets, or journals can help you monitor your activities and achievements. A habit tracking app, for instance, can provide you with a visual representation of your progress by showing streaks or completion rates. The act of checking off completed tasks gives a sense of accomplishment, reinforcing your commitment and helping you maintain focus. Even simple methods, such as marking off days on a calendar or keeping a progress journal, can provide similar benefits. The key is consistency in tracking so that you can clearly see how far you've come. As you track progress, it's also crucial to regularly evaluate your results. This reflection allows you to assess whether your strategies are working or if adjustments need to be made. If your goal is to save a certain amount of money, for example, track your savings on a monthly basis and assess whether you're meeting your targets. If not, look at your spending habits or find ways to increase your income. Regular evaluation gives you the chance to identify obstacles early on and make the necessary adjustments before they derail your progress entirely. Celebrating your small wins is an equally important part of this process. It's easy to get so focused on the end goal that you overlook the significance of each step you've taken. Acknowledging even minor achievements helps maintain your motivation and reminds you that progress is being made, even when the final goal feels distant. For example, if you're working toward a fitness goal, celebrate when you hit a new personal record or complete a challenging workout. If your goal is professional, take time to celebrate finishing a big project or reaching a key milestone. The act of celebrating doesn't have to be extravagant. It can be as simple as taking a moment to acknowledge your hard work or rewarding yourself with something small, like a favorite treat or a break to relax. Celebration also reinforces the positive habits you've built. When you reward yourself for making progress, you reinforce the behavior that led to that achievement. This creates a positive feedback loop, making it easier to stay committed to your goals and continue building momentum. Moreover, celebrating creates a sense of joy and accomplishment, making the journey toward your goals feel less like a chore and more like a fulfilling pursuit. Ultimately, tracking and celebrating progress ensures that you don't lose sight of the small victories that accumulate over time. These incremental successes add up to significant achievements, and by recognizing them, you build confidence and motivation to keep pushing forward. The key is to consistently monitor your progress and acknowledge every step along the way. By doing so, you not only ensure that you're on track to achieve your goals, but you also make the process more rewarding and fulfilling. Cultivating a resilient mindset is one of the most important aspects of achieving your goals, as it helps you stay focused, motivated, and adaptable in the face of challenges. Life is full of uncertainties, and setbacks are an inevitable part of any journey. Whether it's facing an unexpected obstacle, experiencing a failure, or dealing with external pressures, your ability to persevere, maintain a positive outlook will determine how successfully you navigate those tough moments. A resilient mindset begins with the belief that challenges are opportunities for growth rather than insurmountable barriers. When setbacks occur, instead of viewing them as failures, approach them as valuable learning experiences. For example, if you're working on a professional goal and face rejection from a potential client or employer, rather than getting discouraged, reflect on what you can learn from the experience. Perhaps the rejection offers feedback that can help you refine your approach or understand what areas need improvement. By shifting your perspective, you can turn disappointment into motivation, knowing that each challenge brings you one step closer to success. Developing emotional strength is another critical aspect of resilience. This involves acknowledging and processing emotions like frustration, anger, or disappointment without letting them dictate your actions. Resilient individuals understand that emotions are temporary and don't define their ability to achieve their goals. Instead of being paralyzed by negative feelings, they accept their emotions, learn from them, and move forward. It's essential to develop coping mechanisms such as journaling, deep breathing, or talking to a trusted friend to help manage stress and keep a clear mind during tough times. Additionally, maintaining a growth mindset is a cornerstone of resilience. People with a growth mindset believe that their abilities and intelligence can be developed through effort, practice, and learning. When faced with difficulties, they see them as part of the process rather than a sign of failure. This mindset fosters persistence and encourages individuals to keep going despite obstacles. For instance, if you're struggling to meet a fitness goal, instead of thinking that you're just not athletic enough, a growth mindset would help you focus on the progress you've made and how perseverance and consistent effort will lead to improvement over time. Resilience also involves setting realistic expectations and being kind to yourself during challenging moments. Understand that perfection is not the goal, and setbacks don't mean that you failed or that your goal is impossible. It's about progress, not perfection. Be patient with yourself as you face challenges, and give yourself credit for the effort you've put in, even if the results aren't immediate. When you acknowledge that setbacks are part of the natural process, it becomes easier to stay motivated and keep moving forward. Building resilience involves surrounding yourself with positive influences, whether it's a supportive community, mentors, or friends who encourage you to stay focused on your goals. Having people around who uplift you during hard times helps strengthen your mental and emotional resilience. You don't have to navigate challenges alone. Support from others can provide the perspective, advice, and encouragement needed to keep going even when the road ahead seems uncertain. Finally, celebrating your progress and practicing self-compassion are integral parts of maintaining a resilient mindset. Take the time to acknowledge your achievements, no matter how small, and appreciate the effort you've invested in your goals. Celebrate these moments as they help you maintain a sense of purpose and accomplishment. Practicing self-compassion involves being kind to yourself when things don't go as planned rather than being overly self-critical. This creates a nurturing environment where you can bounce back stronger from setbacks and stay motivated to keep working toward your goal. Ultimately, cultivating a resilient mindset helps you stay focused on the bigger picture and maintain momentum when things get tough. It equips you with the emotional strength and mental tools needed to navigate the ups and downs of the journey. With resilience, you'll be able to tackle challenges head-on, learn from adversity, and continue moving forward with the confidence that no matter the obstacles, you have the ability to succeed. In conclusion, achieving your goals in 2025 requires a combination of clarity, strategy, persistence, and adaptability. By defining clear and specific goals, you lay a strong foundation for success, ensuring that every action you take is aligned with your desired outcome. Breaking your goals into actionable steps makes the process manageable and keeps you focused on the next task rather than feeling overwhelmed by the bigger picture. Developing a consistent routine keeps you on track. Making progress a daily habit while staying flexible allows you to adjust to challenges and seize new opportunities. Tracking and celebrating your progress reinforces positive behaviors, keeping your motivation high as you move closer to your goal. Finally, cultivating a resilient mindset helps you navigate setbacks with confidence, turning obstacles into opportunities for growth. By embracing these principles, clarity, planning, consistency, adaptability, celebration, and resilience, you empower yourself to reach your goals, making 2020 a year of meaningful success and personal growth.